Dear students, a very important property is Parseval's theorem. So what this Parseval's theorem gives, this will help us to give the relationship between average power of the signal with the power density spectrum of x of t. So this is defined in terms of time, this is defined in terms of spectrum. Spectrum is nothing but what? Your frequency. Here it is average power, this is here power density. The statement is like this: x of t having Fourier series coefficient x of k, then 1 by t, the integration over the period t, absolute value of x of t square dt. This represents the average power of this x time domain signal will be equal to energy. This is actually the energy power of the signal, summation k equals minus infinity to plus infinity. What is x of k? X of k is Fourier series coefficient, absolute value or a square of the absolute value of Fourier series coefficient. So we have to prove LHS is equal to RHS. Always the Parseval's theorem gives relation between the average power, okay, in terms of time and in terms of frequency. So we will consider the LHS of the equation, which is nothing but average power of periodic continuous time signal x of t with fundamental period t. So I have just written like this: p is equal to 1 by t. This I have called at just p. Now this can be rewritten as, since the absolute value is there, so when it is a power x of t into multiplication of its complex conjugate, since we may have the real signals and complex signals. Considering the complex version, x of t into x star of t, that is the conjugate, complex conjugate of the signal. So write the expression for x complex conjugate using the basic definition. Here we are using again your synthesis equation. X in terms of x of t we have written, if x of t becomes the complex conjugate, see here this becomes x star of k, here it is j is positive, here it becomes negative because we are writing the complex conjugate version. Now you have to substitute for this x star of t, that is complex conjugate version. After writing that, just change the order of summation and integration and just a simple simplification. See, and if you observe this definition, this is nothing but considering this 1 by t integration over t x of t to the power of minus j k w naught t. This is the definition of x of k. So we have x star of k into x of k. Again, this is nothing but absolute value of the Fourier series coefficients, k from minus infinity to plus infinity, which is equal to your RHS. Hence, we have proved the Parseval's theorem. And here k is equal to 0, 1, 2 is the distribution of power as a function of frequency. Always remember, for continuous time signals, whenever you have Fourier series coefficients, that Fourier series coefficient is non-periodic. Okay, and the k value will be 0, 1, 2 up to the value, okay, where to which we want to calculate. It is nothing but the distribution of power as a function of frequency. Earlier I have told k is equal to 0, 1, 2 up to n minus 1. Sorry, it is not up to n minus 1. The x of k for continuous time signal is non-periodic. But if you take it for a discrete time, actually that is not there in your syllabus. For a discrete time signal, if you find out the Fourier series coefficient, that is periodic. For continuous time, it's not periodic. So this is Parseval's theorem. And the last is the symmetry property. Symmetry property is only the statement, there is no proof. Okay, so we have taken the time domain signal x of t, which is having the Fourier series coefficient. See, if x of t is real, then the complex conjugate is just x of minus k. If it is real and even, imaginary value of the Fourier series coefficient is 0. If it is real and odd, then real part of that is 0. This is all the proofs of all the continuous time Fourier series properties. So these are very important. Now to solve problems on Fourier series, these basics are very much essential. Expression for sin t in terms of exponential, expression for cos t in terms of exponential, and if we have a complex value, then calculation of the magnitude and phase, okay, So a plus jb means if you want to calculate the magnitude, it is root of a square plus b square. If you want to find the phase of this complex signal, there are two conditions. If a is greater than 0, the phase is tan inverse b by a. If a is less than 0, then it is pi minus tan inverse b by a. And all these calculations you should do in radian mode in your calculator. Thank you.